President Uhuru Kenyatta tomorrow is expected in Kandara in AIPCA church function known as Holy Oil Celebrations. And the Member of Parliament, Alice Wahome, is sending a warning to the President. Alice Wahome yesterday held a press briefing. And if you followed keenly, you will realize that she was missing in the Ngong Race Course event where the parties were doing the coalition agreement signing. Alice Wahome was telling the president that if he visits Kandara, he should steer clear of politics. Or rather, in other words, he should not take that opportunity to play politics. Ironically enough, I was going through the comment section in that video that she shared, and of course I'm going to share with you that video here. And people really descended on her, asking her two questions. One, why is it that when they escort Deputy President to Central Kenya, Deputy President plays politics and takes all that time to insult the President, and they even do it in church? But when the President is going, she's already in panic and is talking about non-politics event. Number two, Alice Wahome asked the President about some development projects. I think there is a church built at Kagea, not a church, a hospital built at Kagea Hospital. And I think some few roads that they agreed were supposed to be done in the second term, but they had not been achieved. Then she was taking that opportunity to remind the President of what the President has not done. The same fellas are also asking her how the President would work with her if she had decided to play politics on top of cash with Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. So it is very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen to that press briefing by Alice Wahome, some few minutes. Then I have a dossier for you why Alice Wahome is actually in panic over the President's visit in Kandara.
Residents of Kandara, I want to therefore welcome the President, but avoid politicizing this event or this visit. I take this area opportunity to welcome His Excellency the President to Kandara. We shall be on standby. I will be on standby to receive him as he joins the Christians in Kandara. I have a few requests that I would like to present to the President or to remind him as he comes for this visit. One of those requests is that sometimes in 2015, I presented the President a request in writing and the building plans for Bildad Kagea Level 4 Hospital. Before I made this presentation in writing, we had had a conversation, one-on-one conversation with His Excellency the President, and he agreed to fund the construction of the hospital. We want to just remind His Excellency the President of commitments by his government, commitments which were made, some directly to the people, and even when we came for voter registration, he also added his own personal commitment by saying he will ensure that this constituency, among other constituencies in Muran'ga, will enjoy sufficient, adequate domestic water.
Even if you look at the tone and the mood, she looks shrinked. And to my surprise, she was actually saying, I don't know whether you've listened to that there, she wants to be part of the team that is going to welcome the President. I'm going to see. I don't even see whether she will be allowed near the President. But of course, you're waiting to see. So the reason why there is this President Uhuru Kenyatta's visit in Kandara is high octane is because of an incident I captured on 12th March in her Facebook page. For personally, I really follow Alice Wahome. Now, there is something she mentioned, and she accused the deep state, the president, over something. In a very long post, she said that there was the Secretary General of AIPC Church, known as Bernard Maina, who is from Nyeri, was arrested under some and charged with some trapped up charges on money laundering and fake dollar currency. So according to what Alice Wahome said, is that this Bernard was trailed by police officers who they marked his car, trailed his car, then they planted some fake currencies there. He was arrested and charged on that. But then, this is what Wahome said, that this APC event, there are three groups. I think there is the Muran'ga and the Nyeri and the other group. And these three groups, they wanted to hold this event separately. But the president's team that sent, commissioned by the Kibicho, and some other fellows who supply tents to presidential events, implored on the church members to have this event held in one place in Kandara, and also to allow His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta to be the guest of honor. And Alice Wahome said that the church members, or rather the church leadership, had invited Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. So this is why there was a very high octane politics around this event. Because according to Alice Wahome, is that the church wanted to invite Deputy President. They didn't want the president. But the president's team forced the church to make sure the president is the guest of honor, and even now organized on how the event was going to be held. But to my surprise, the church never spoke about this issue. I will take my time to follow and see whether the leadership of IPCA Church is going to attend that event and how the president is going to carry it out. Then, the same day, and I think this is the gentleman who was arrested, this is the Bernard, and this is the photo of Alice Wahome when she said that she went and even visited this guy in the police station somewhere in Madeira. Now, the deputy president is also supposed to be a guest of honor in Kaburugi IPCA Church, the same celebration. So I don't know whether Kaburugi is one of the groups that were supposed to be here, but the president's team said that they are all going to hold this event in one place, and all the three groups will just be hosted there. So Alice Wahome first had accused the president of meddling with this event. That is why she's actually in panic. I think I have shared with you, as I was analyzing, I've shared with you a couple of some screenshots and the photos of the gentleman who was arrested. So this was him and the wife, and I think someone from the church, yes. Now, in this video, I want us to look at very simple reason why Alice Wahome is panicking. And I don't think it's just restricted to Alice Wahome. I have not seen, because she's reacting because of course the event it is going to be held in her constituency. But I think Muran'ga politicians, the Ndindi Nyoros, the Irungu Kangatas, they are really in total panic by this visit. First, this visit is very significant, consequential, because this is the first visit that Uhuru is going to talk to the church one-on-one after that Sagana declaration. And remember, at Sagana 3, the president mentioned about how the church had been brainwashed and how the church had brainwashed the minds of Mount Kenya youths. And so this is very simple. Another important, I think, if someone is expecting the president to start a tour of maybe 3 days tour of the mountain, I don't think that's how it's going to be done. The president just be going there bit by bit. And when he goes once, I'm telling you, the whole team normally blows out. Now, after that, the president is expected to hold some roadside rallies and speak to the people. And I'm telling you, a bombshell is on the way. And that is why this team are in panic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to humbly request you to subscribe to our channel. click the notification bell, and more importantly, you can also give us your feedback in the comment section. I like the comment section, and let us not be an average thinker. Let's not insult people there. Let's just use the good language. I check this channel, we have mature audience. So if you bring your average thinking there, it's not helping anything. Now, number one reason why these fellas are very afraid of the president is because Uhuru is going to talk about the disrespect they have always shown against him. And for someone like Alice Wahome, I listened to that her own, I don't think it's even a press briefing, I think it was her own video. I listened to that video because she posted it in her Facebook page. I have not seen it in any media space anywhere. So, she mentioned that the president is going there for the first time since the president once attended an event there during the burial of Charles Rubia. After that, he has never been there. So he's going there for the first time. But again, the president has always maintained that Alice Wahome and the team, they find time to demonize the president. That is what they do. And so he knows that when the president will be holding the rallies or even speaking to the church faithfuls, the president is going to tell them off. But that is also not enough. I think I wanted to look at this poster here. Now, if you look at this poster, this is, I captured it from Wahome, Andrew Wakahiu. Andrew Wakahiu is the head of PDU, is it Presidential Delivery Unit. These are the fellas that make sure that anything that the president says will be done is delivered. So, and every figure that you see, deputy president or these other media outlets saying out there things that have been done by the president, the custodian of that data is PDU, led by Andrew Wakahiu. So, Andrew Wakahiu mentioned some of the projects that have been done. Now, what the president is simply going to tell the Central Kenya, and if you've been keen, this is what he does. He tells the Mount Kenya people what he has done. Then tells them that because this is what I have done, it is more than what you guys are being told, and please understand that this narrative that I have done nothing is a total lie. So the fact that the president is going to talk about his track record in Central Kenya is what is sending Alice in panic. Because what this means exactly is it's going to expose how they've been lying to the church. And I want to tie this with the last one, with the third point on the president. By talking about there, he's simply going to endorse Alice Wahome's opponent, the Jubilee opponent. And of course, it's also politics. I also understand that the people the leaders that are going to receive the president there, Alice Wahome, I'm sure, will not be part of that team. And if she will be allowed in, then it will also be a political message on deputy president. Because what the president really wants is to see the leadership of Muran'ga skipping that event. If the governor is not there, the MPs, the MCS, that's what he wants, because he wants the team to isolate the president. And when Alice Wahome will be allowed to attend, it will be another political storm. So, but of course, because of political reasons, she wants to force her way in. And the president, if the president endorses Alice Wahome's opponent, I don't know who he or she is. And of course, if you're from Kandara, you can make us know. It's not going to be easy for Alice Wahome. But lastly, this is why I think this is also a big deal. The church dalliance. The entry point of Deputy President to Gema was the church. After the first attempt to commission those projects, some of those projects that the president termed fake and were never even funded from the national government, and some of them were just ones that were just roadside pronouncements, Ruto now went through the church. And it was so deep. I was listening to Mutahi Ngunyi, and Mutahi Ngunyi was saying that it was so deep that to some extent, the church leaders, it was an M-Pesa transactional, where they will receive some weekend stipend, maybe Sunday stipend. Then on that, they take time to campaign for deputy president. In fact, I have a clip. I like sometimes backing my facts with these images. Can you listen to this?
Wanaokukimbiza watakufia hapo. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Wanaofikiria hata watashika Ruto kwa sababu amekunywa giri moja au akunywe giri mbili, hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Waacheni mchezo jameni. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Hii mambo ya kitadawili. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Wanaofikiria hata watafikia deputy president ati ndio wakunywe giri mbili, mimi kama askofu nitasema wako. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. There is no weapon fashioned against you shall prosper.
Now, that church dalliance between Uhuru and the president, between Uhuru and the church, is what Alice Wahome and the team do not want. And I think they know very well that in any case that happens, you know, they want to incite Uhuru against the church. And when it comes to the church, it's a highly emotive environment where people tend to believe everything that the preacher says. And of course, that is why I feel that everything that was happening because of this. Now, over that incident, I was talking to a gentleman, a journalist, who was telling me that the president may not have been involved in this. But of course, there are other people that want to gain, like the guys who want the tenders to supply this stuff. They're the people that push some of these events. Some of these events, like Uhuru, do not know. It is the handlers around him who knows, and they pushing things to work out in their favor. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my feeling. Alice Wahome do not want to see these dalliance. And not even Alice Wahome. William Ruto team, they do not see Uhuru getting close to any church in central Kenya. And that is why this visit by the president in Kandara is causing a panic in that end. Are you staying in a place where you experience frequent blackouts? Then I have one-stop solution for you. Check out at the Instalight. These fellas, they have packages. If you check this poster here, packages from 125,000 to 195,000 and above, depending on what exactly you want, and they can customize it to your demand. So check out this poster here, whether you want to install in your residential place, your school, or an institution you run, like an hospital or so. There is one good one for you. Their number is 0722 818 883, 0722 818 883, and of course make it clear that you've received this from Kevin Oduor. Asanteni sana. Let's meet in the next.